Hey, what's up, my YouTube fam? I'm back. This is Larry with Invest and Build Your Credit and Wealth. And today we got an exciting class. We're going to talk about the 5 cannabis stocks that I think you may want to add to your portfolio. Hey, just a disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor. This is information is for you to just tell you what I'm doing with my portfolio and just give you some insight on some stocks. And maybe it's something that you may want to go out and do your own research to see if it's something that you would like to add to your portfolio. So do your due diligence, do your research, and then see if this is something that you want to add. Is this part of your risk tolerance or any of that? We're going to talk about these 5 stocks. I'm not going to get into any deep financials with the company or some deep fundamentals with the company. I'm just going to cover some things I like about the company. Now, if you want me to do a deep dive into the company, then just let me know. I'll do a deep dive in that one company. But to try to get into all that in one video, that's just a whole lot. So I'm just going to kind of hit some key things, let you know the 5 stocks that I'm definitely going to be investing in, and tell you why I'm choosing these stocks and why I'm going to invest in these stocks. And then you have to make your own choice and make sure this is something that you want to do in your portfolio. So let's get to it. But first, I always got to thank all my new subscribers that come into the channel. I appreciate y'all coming out and hitting the subscribe button and definitely liking this channel. And you got to hit the subscribe. You got to like the channel, like the videos, all that, because, YouTube, the more people like it, the more they'll push it out. So I appreciate y'all coming out, hanging out with me. I started this channel. It's still a new channel. I started this channel about really consistently about late April going into May. So, we're going on 10 months of this channel, and it's been great. I appreciate everybody that's come out. This channel is really all about helping people restore and build their credit, get those negative items, and show them how to invest their money and grow their wealth. That's what it's all about, because they're both linked. I think people, if your credit is poor, you're spending additional money you shouldn't have to spend, which is keeping you from being able to invest in yourself. So I like to work both sides of that street, because if I can help you get your credit together and show you how to use it, then I can better show you how to invest your money and make some money. It's been a great journey for me. I just started investing the first week of May with $100. I'm definitely going to share my portfolio with you the end of February, just to kind of show you where I'm at and how far I came in those 10 months, because it's important to show. You got to be a shower. Can't always talk people, but don't show people. So I'm going to show you, where I'm at, how far I came, and then tell you where I predict myself to be at the end of 2021 and what my goal is at the end of 2021. So again, subscribe, like the channel, and let's get into it. So the first stock we're going to talk about is ticker symbol APHA, Afria. Right now, it is, today was a great day. It's at $18.98. It is up 13.86%. When I was yesterday on Sunday, when I was watching that boring Super Bowl, it was about $16. The company is doing great year over year. So from this point last year to now, this stock is up 261%, right? So it's not a huge company. It's a pretty small company. But I'm just going to go over a couple little things with you just on the income statement. Their revenue is $463 million. Their gross profit is about $169 million. Their EBITDA is about $49.44 million. And their earnings per share is about a negative 61 cents per share. So when you look at that, you say, well, they're not really profitable yet. But with all the changes coming, with the Democratic House and Senate, with Biden talking about he wants to legalize cannabis, all these will change with these companies. So that's a little fundamentals of the company. Let's get into some other little details about the company that I like about this company. So, what is Afia? It is a cultivate, processing, produces, markets, distributes, and sell medical cannabis in Canada and internationally. The companies offer pharmaceutical grade medical cannabis, adult use cannabis, adult derived extract, and derivative cannabis product, right? Some of the other things that I like about this company as it merged with Trillway. Recently announced the merger, and it has been both stocks have been gaining momentum because of this merger. It is recommended that if you're going to invest, you need to invest in both of them. And that's why I'm talking about one, and I'm going to talk about Trillway, that you should be investing in both of these stocks. I think they're great stocks to get into. I like the market, how much of the market that they're going to be saturating, because they're going to be a large cannabis distributor, and that's why I like them. Not only that they're a distributor in Canada, but internationally, United States, Europe, wherever that cannabis is legal in whatever country, they're going to be a part of it. That's why I like this company, and it's on a tear. Like I was going to actually start investing today, but the stock market was in Superman mode today. So I didn't do any investing today. I mean, everything in my portfolio was green today. I made over $1,000 in the stock market today. I didn't purchase anything. So you know me, you don't buy stocks on the high, you buy them on the dip, right? So just got to wait for one of those red days for me to get in when the stock price drops a little bit for me to go ahead and enter into a position with the stock. The next one, Trailway, ticker symbol TLRY. Today it was up also. It was up 16.99% with a stock price of $30.09. Again, this is the company that merged with Afria. The combined companies have the largest market share in Canada and one of the most profitable, and is well funded with a large cash balance, right? So these companies are, I mean, they're primed to do great things. And that's why I'm telling you, these are the two companies that I'm definitely looking at. Trailway shareholders should hold on to their shares. So if you have, or if you're investing in Trailway, I would hold on to the shares. I think it's great because you're gonna benefit off those two stocks merging on a reverse merger, merging together. Uh, a lot of people have been talking, so you know it's always a talk about this short. So let me just read a couple things. It says, what happened to shares of Trailway has gained over 250% since the start of January of last year. Traders and investors could be wondering if this is a beginning of a second big short squeeze for a cannabis cultivator. Why does it matter? In the 3 months after it went public in June of 2018, Trailway shares price shot up 1,400%, reaching a share price of $300 per share in September. And that year after, the short sellers were forced to cover this position due to the tight float structure and the lack of shares available for purchase. So just wanted to kind of read that to you to let you know. But at the time, the short interest of Trillway sat at about 33%. Although share price of Trillway has risen sharply over the last 5 weeks, the short interest is much higher at approximately 51%. So I just want to kind of read that to you. Switching over to Seeking Alpha. Let's see. The one thing I want to kind of go over with you. their income statement, their revenue, they wasn't very profitable. I'm gonna tell you, their revenue was only 183 million, which was probably prime why Afria did a reverse merger with them. Uh, so that's something that you may want to look at in the company. But I'm bullish on these companies because they have a reverse merger, and the market cap that they're going to be able to saturate is going to be huge. So that's the second cannabis stock that I really like and that I really am going to be investing in. The next one that I'm going to be investing in that I'm really big on, but I'm going to tell you, this is an OTC stock. If you got Webull or Robinhood, I don't think you're going to be able to invest in this stock. But I'm going to tell you what somebody told me. You need to get a grown man or a grown woman brokerage account, so you can open up the stock market to yourself. Because I know I used to get frustrated, be stock that I want to invest in when I was dealing with Webull, and they're like, we don't support this. So, and then I was getting frustrated because I had a couple of situations, and you had to shoot them an email, nobody to talk to. So that's why I switched over to Fidelity. Because first, I got a live person I can call and talk to if there's no issues. And I've opened up the stock market to myself, which has helped me, continue to grow my wealth, right? So this next stock is Planet 13 Holdings, ticker symbol PLTH. It's an OTC stock. It's trading about $6.54, up about 6.34%. Has been in my watch list since it was like $4. But honestly, for me, because dealing with the presidency and you know how that stuff kind of rolls, I wasn't sure I was ready to really invest a bunch of money into the stock, not knowing the direction. I know the Democrats wanted to go ahead and legalize cannabis, right? The Republicans are not that high on it, right? So I didn't want to be putting a bunch of money. But now that Biden's in there, he's talking about legalizing it and all that other stuff. Now I'm more bullish on it and willing to go ahead and start investing. But what do I like about Planet 13? So remember, we talked about Afrin and we talked about Trailway. Those are the guys that's going to be growing, cultivating, distributing, all that other type of stuff, right? But what is Planet 13? So let me tell you what Planet 13 is. Planet 13 is a cannabis company that cultivates, produce, distributes, and market cannabis and cannabis-infused products for medical and retail cannabis market in Nevada, the United States. It also operates dispensaries that provide cannabis extract, and infused products, right? So the other thing I like about it too is that if you go in Vegas, they have what they call a super dispensary store or a super dispensary store. That's what they have, right? So this company is legally vertically integrated Nevada cannabis company. Today announced it's expanding the Las Vegas Superstore dispensary and adding a new entertainment feature. Planet 13 is doubling the sales floor and expanding the dispensary to 23,000 square feet. The additional entertainment feature and lower wait time will improve on the already fantastic customer service. The expansion adds 40 points of sales on a 80-foot video wall. The expansion costs about 1.5 to 2.5 million and is expected to be completed at the end of the first quarter 2021, which would be the end of March. The other thing about this is the acquisition includes a California cannabis sale license and a 30-year lease for a dispensary in Santa Ana. Now, Santa Ana's down there by Disneyland, right? So The second Santa Ana dispensary location is close to the South Plaza Mall, which has about 24 million visitors a year and is just 10 minutes away from Disneyland, and that has about 18 million visitors per year before the pandemic. Planet 13 looks to expand that Santa Ana location and make it a superstore similar to the one in Las Vegas. So if you see, I like Planet 13 because now they're bringing, like a big dispensary store. And then they're going to open up one in California. And to me, the future of these stores are great. And as it becomes legal in other states, I can see Planet 13 expanding these superstores into other states like New York, Texas, Georgia, Illinois. So I'm telling you, I'm really bullish on this stock, right? If we go into Seeking Alpha on Planet 13, let's go down to the income. So their revenue is about 66 million. Their gross profit is about 35.6 million. They have their total debt is only 21 million. Their cash flow per share is even at. They're not really making money, but their cash flow slash shares is zero. Okay. I was just looking at something else on here when I was looking at their revenue year over year is about 20.89%. Their cash flow, their levered cash flow is about a negative 170%. So I like to give the good with the bad. That's not all bad because again, these companies are growing, and as the market continues to expand and legalization, because these numbers will all increase. Their growth is an A. Their potential for growth is an A. Their profitability is a B. They're on the right track. They don't have a lot of debt. So we have to look at where this particular stock will be moving in the future. I'm bullish on it. I like it. I gave you the reasons why I like it. So do your research. See if it's something that you want to add to your portfolio. The next one we're going to talk about that I like is ticker symbol IIPR. Now, the great thing about this particular stock is a real estate stock, a REIT. So real estate investment trust. So they have a total of 58 properties with 404 million rentable square feet, bolstering an occupancy rate of 99.2%. IIPR swelled by 11 properties during the first 6 months of the fiscal 2020 year, spending about 138 million for almost 1.4 million square foot in triple net leases. The tenants pay the insurance, they pay the maintenance, they pay the taxes, which makes the REIT profitable and more consistent and predictable. Some other things about IIPR is not like a traditional REIT, which spreads can be difficult to earn over the cost of capital. But IIPR is the first publicly traded REIT that invests in medical use cannabis facilities. So this particular stock today was about $215, up about 1.69%. So if you see my trend on the stocks that I'm looking at, one stock, it's a distributor, but they're more into the superstore setting. You got Afrin, Trillium, where they're distributed cultivators of marijuana, which they just sell in Canada and internationally. Then we're talking about an investment REIT who have the lease properties for cannabis, people that leasing and growing cannabis on their properties. So if you see how I'm well-rounded in my portfolio in the cannabis section, it is not just cannabis. There are all these different cultivators. It's really kind of being spread and be more well-rounded in the cannabis industry on the type of stocks that I'm going to be investing in. So that's the other thing. The nice thing about IIPR is that they do a dividends, right? They have a dividends. I think it's like 2.3% yield. But the dividend is annualized at nearly $5. It's $4.96 to be exact per share, and is expected to see up to about $8.45 by 2023. So I like this stock. And again, as you see, as I'm rounding my cannabis stock and what I'm going to be investing in, they all are a little different, even though they all are in the cannabis industry. And even though IIPR is really more in the real estate industry, but their properties are cannabis real estate that they'll be renting out for people that's growing cannabis, blase, blase. So my last one is Curaleaf, ticker symbol CRURLF. It was on a tear today, up 5.42% at $16.73. Curaleaf operates as an integrated medical and wellness cannabis operator in the United States. It operates two segments: cannabis operation and non-cannabis operation. The cannabis operation segments engage in the production and sale of cannabis through retail and wholesale channels. Curaleaf has operation in 14 states. Some of which just expanded their cannabis offering via legislation. The future prediction for cannabis in the United States is projected to about 35 billion, and Biden, since he has won, could help that reach those goals. So, Biden is the key for us to make serious profits in this cannabis industry if he's going to be legalizing it. Curaleaf last quarter just broke even, which bets on revenues and earnings. But the continued expansion into the new market with new state legalizing cannabis will see an increase in earnings in the future. That's what I care about. Where this company could go in the future, and do they have a solid ground and great fundamentals. So those are my stocks that I'm going to be talking about today. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stocks that we talked about today that I think you should be looking in 2021. So again, if you got any questions, or if it's something you want me to do a deep dive on another cannabis stock, let me know in the description. Leave me a message. Please subscribe to the channel. Please hit the like for notification. I'm definitely going to be putting more and more in videos. I feel like I just got out of touch with taking such of a long break, but I got to get back into sitting down, putting these videos together, and bringing y'all good content and good information. So I appreciate y'all hanging out. Just remember, this is invest and build your credit and wealth. Make sure you take a little bit of time to invest your money and grow your wealth. It has to be an important part of your everyday life to understand. If you don't do it, you are setting yourself up for failure as you get older and older. And y'all young folks, man, y'all don't even have to invest a lot of money. It could be millionaires. Do what you got to do. Invest your money. grow your wealth, be profitable. But anyway, this is Larry with Investing Builds Your Credit and Wealth. I appreciate you hanging out with me, and I'll be back.